Well, that's true, Lolita. Okay, but let's talk about this then. Okay, because it's your experience coming from that side. It's, this person's experience is coming from that side, and for this person it's coming from the outside and from wherever. So, okay, so collectively, because we can have 3 or 4 shows on circumstances and how this has affected me. That can go on forever. So that's why I'm saying I'm trying to redirect the focus from individual circumstances to the big picture. Because even though, and I don't want to negate what you're saying, and it's important, I want to let you know that I understand what you're saying and I value what you're sharing, Lolita. But what I also want to say is I know that that's not the only place that you felt that type of energy. You felt that at church. You felt that at the grocery store, walking down the produce aisle. You felt it wherever. It's everywhere in our community is my perception. Now, am I right or wrong?
Oh no, I'm not negating that. I was just speaking. I was speaking specifically just because Velma brought it up.
Oh, about the particular management issue. Okay. Right. Now, with that being said, okay, I understand now where you're coming from. Okay, so with that being said, obviously that it's...
I'm sorry, go ahead, Jonathan.
No, go on. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I wanted to answer your question. Yes, I am my sister's keeper. And the reason why is because the Bible says it, just point blank.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I mean...
You're just short and sweet. Okay. I'm feeling you, sister. Okay, so the Bible says it. So the Bible says that you should be your sister's keeper. And so have you been?
I try to be.
And how do you do that? And I'm not trying to put you on the spot, and I'm not trying to jack you up like, no, you're not, and prove it. I'm saying share with us what are some of the things that you've done to become that person for your sisters.
I give encouraging words. Once I ran into a lady with her teenage daughter, and just in a store, and just in casual conversation, found out they lived in Star of Hope. I took
That's
them
homeless
home.
shelter Houston, in case y'all don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, from Houston.
Go ahead.
The little girl needed some gym shoes or whatever. I went and bought them for her. I came back to give them to her. Of course, they wouldn't let me in, and it was kind of hard to get to them. But I did find them. I just saw them walking. I got them the shoes. The shoes were too big or too little, so they called me back and was like, thank you so much, but the shoes are too whatever. So I came back to get them to exchange them, and then they called me and said, well, don't worry about it. She's going to move back to, whatever. But, I give encouraging words. I'll go out of my way to help people. I don't care, stranger, whatever. And I'm just there for, if you need a listening ear, I feel like I'm not a judgmental person.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell you, oh, honey, you need to blah, blah, blah. No, because sometimes that's not the answer.
Right.
That's not the answer. So I just feel like just being there. Sometimes.
Right. I think that's the foundation, Lolita, because similar to, I think it was Velma just this morning that posted a story about the neighbor who she would otherwise, she didn't even know or associate with. And that her daughter or whatever, her child needed a cap and gown or something to graduate. She didn't have a cap and gown. So Velma, who she said would otherwise not deal with this woman, directly because of the group, because of you all, because of what the group has come to represent in our lives, she said, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And she did that, and she made a positive impact that will resound again and again, not only in her life, but the lives of her children, of everyone in that group who was able to read and experience that with her, by the young lady who she or young man, whatever it was, that she helped, their children, their family, who was able to experience that. It resounds. It's like the drop in the sea, the ocean. It just resounds, and it resounds, and it resounds. So I think that's awesome. And I think if we all can just do that, if we just lend our ear or our shoulder or just an encouraging word sometimes, makes a difference. I know it has for me. I've been in situations sometimes, like just today, I was not in my best place, and I got a phone call from a young lady. It was Demita, who just said the right thing at the right time that I needed to hear. And that made all the difference for me. And so sometimes, even though we think just the right, saying something, a positive word or whatever, doesn't mean anything, but it does. It means a lot. So I think that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome, what you're doing. And I hope that you will keep that going and keep the positivity and the love that you share in the group going, too, as well, Lolita. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Jalavet.